2020 was a very tough and trying year, not for just one country, but for the whole world. As we know, a very unexpected virus caught the globe by surprise and changed our way of life as we know it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, companies shut down and schools closed nationwide, limiting access to food, medication, healthcare, and education, causing a worldwide panic. Fast forward to today, with the help of vaccines and advanced medical care, we've come a long way in our battle of ending this pandemic. Unfortunately, the virus mutated, rendering vaccines less effective and kids more vulnerable to this unknown disease. Kids are going to school and catching COVID at alarming rates. Hospital beds are filling up with kids across the country, raising uncertainty for parents and governments everywhere. At Mayat K-12, we took swift action and converted fully into online operations and brought private school to the doorsteps of children nationwide, providing free tutoring and countless hours of help to children, keeping your babies safe in their homes. We pride ourselves as the best private school to care for your children during these very trying times, and we expect another amazing year for our students across the country. Bring your child back to Mayat University because we care, we pay attention, and we love. Mayat K-12. Let's have another amazing year. Click the link below and enroll now.
Y'all heard that, man. Make sure y'all go and sign up to the Mayat University. For everybody that's out there who is getting threatened by your boss or your family members and all of that other stuff, you already know what it is. I don't have to go into detail because, as you can see, YouTube is out here censoring and punishing people for speaking the truth. So all I have to say is hit the email, right? It's right here. Hit the email if you need solutions. Solutions. Let's read between the lines, guys. If you're looking for some solutions, please reach out to us, Red Pillar 75 at Proton Mail. I promise you, we will help you. And if we cannot assist you, we will probably send you somewhere where you could receive some type of assistance, because what they're doing to these children, our elders, and people that we love is already, it's sad. So let's tap in. All right. First and foremost, I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, your brother Red Pillar. I'm in the building. Look, we on a brand new channel. This is KTL Empowerment. This is our backup channel. You feel me? And we need the family to spread the message. Peace, Lordy. We need the family to spread the message and let the family know that we are broadcasting live right now. As you know, my main page has been restricted all the way into the springtime, right? They took Notaledge Media and basically put a muzzle on it. But it's okay. You know what I'm talking about? It's all right, because what we've done over here at Notaledge is we've bounced back. You know what I mean? We took that little, we took that shot that they was able to throw at us, and we were able to use that for our own good, right? So what we've done is we've created our own network. We began to build our own network. We're not worried about what it is that they talking about. You feel me? So the first site that we are launching, it's really a soft launch, but we developed our own website to house our lectures, to house our intellectual property, to house everything that we need to teach the people. We took it off of these people's servers and we built our own. So now you have the opportunity to tap in to the plethora of information that we have. We have about, I don't know, more than 20 different lectures that span throughout the years. Classical titles are on KTL University, because at the end of the day, this is about the edification of the education. This is about, bringing forth the scholars that we have in our community, edifying them, giving them their props, putting them on a pedestal that they deserve to be on, raising awareness about the intellectual property and the things that they have to offer the people, and putting it out there. And I would be besides myself if I didn't say tonight's show is a perfect example of what it is that we're talking about, because we are going to open up the floor tonight, and we're going to bring on a special guest, a brother who's been riding with us since 2013, right? I was able to go into the archives earlier and timestamp some of the first shows that we had with our good brother RAS. And the brother RAS has gone on to do monumental things, to the point where I'm bestowing the title of master teacher to the brother. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's how he identifies himself, or if it even means anything to him, but based off of the information that he's been delivering over the years and whatnot, and the truthfulness of, because a lot of people have delivered, but the fact that the information is right and exact, I'm like, we don't have that much time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm gonna wait till the brother's 80 years old to give him that title and give him his flowers. So, we are honored to have a fellow KTL alumni with us tonight to speak about what we have coming up next week, because time has flown. I remember talking about this and it was so far ahead of us, but next week we are going to be in Arizona at the Crypto Crystal Convergence. And I'm sure there's the family out there, if you're paying attention to the stock market, there's blood on the dance floor right now. The market is red. It's been red. The stock market is crashing. There's a correction taking place. Crypto is crashing. My wallet is looking anorexic right now. It was parabolic. Not too long ago, it was it was flexing and whatnot. Now it's anorexic. So, this is something that we go through. It's called a roller coaster of the market and whatnot. If you play in this market, I've always said it before, it is a high level dice game. Okay. It's a high level dice game. And if you don't know how to play dice, and if you don't know how to bet, and if you don't know how to basically put risk out there, you should not be playing in those games. You should be like Chipotle. Can I take your order? Don't get into crypto. Don't get into the stocks. Don't get into no type of market that could give you an ulcer and keep you up late at night. You're not built for that. You know what I mean? Because people hear about cryptocurrency, Forex, and stocks, and they be thinking that everyone is talking to them. And just because you hear about it, don't mean that it's for you. You hear about all kind of things. You hear about fentanyl overdoses. Are you trying to go get a pack? You know what I mean? You know that doesn't apply to you. So the same thing should apply when it comes to this new digital economy, cryptocurrencies, and everything that you don't understand, because it's not for everybody. It is a special cloth of human being that is cut. That could be an investor, that could be a trader, that has the mentality to even keep up with things of that nature. So I just feel that it's been marketed wrongly to our people, to whereas the masses thought that it was for them, and it wasn't for them. It wasn't for them. So like I was saying, I'm gonna do the roll call, right? I'm gonna do the roll call. While I'm doing the roll call, I want y'all to hit the like button. I want y'all to share the link. Let the family know that we're live. Shout out to everybody in the metaverse. Shout out to everybody in Discord. We're broadcasting on multiple platforms right now. We're spread across the web, my family. We spread across the web. So we're about to do roll call, so we really know in the physical world how spread across are we? Like, where are we broadcasting? Where are we live at? I want to know where we tapped into. I know that we're in Hampton, Virginia. Salute to Hampton. Shout out to Houston in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Houston in the building. 707 North Cal in the building. All right. Rising power to my good brother. Hold on a minute, y'all. Drakeo the ruler, rising power to Drakeo, rising power to Slim 400. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Shout out to Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. You feel me? Shout out to Bowie in Maryland. Shout out to 45 OKC. I see everybody. Shout out to all of y'alls. Okay. Philly in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Indianapolis in the building. It's so ironic that all of these states are here. And my good brother Ras Ben has a book out that's called Free Your Mind and Your Mind Will Follow. And he speaks on the presence of mounds in all of these places where we tapping in from. Florida, land of the flowers, right? Indianapolis, Indiana. You feel me? OKC, this is all mound builder territory. You dig what I'm saying? Maryland, Mary's land. You feel me? Khalifa, California, Texas, of course, South Carolina, of course, Charlestown, and all of these other places, Queensboro, Greensboro, North Carolina. Hold on. Peace. Shout out to Chicago in the building, Long Beach in the building, St. Louis in the building. I'm not making this up. If anybody has read the book, you'll hear from him in a minute. St. Louis, mounds galore. Tennessee, mounds galore. Khalifa, California, mounds galore. So all of y'all are in mound builder land. You're all in indigenous land. Jersey, of course. You feel me? St. Louis is Mound City. You know what I mean? So there, Thomasville, Georgia. So there's no coincidences. You feel me? There's no coincidences in this thing right here. We are all where we supposed to be. Look at Majade in the building. The legend. What's good with you, Majade? I see you out there in the sticks in the woods. You off the grid for real. I'm surprised you got Wi-Fi. You out there. I see you. Salute to you and yours. Vegas in the building. Crypto houses in the building. What's good with you? Yeah, Cahokia Mounds and things of that nature. So we're gonna talk to our good brother Ross Ben about the whole mound situation. But we got some things to chop it up with him about. Yeah, real quick. Let me change this right here. Let me because I gotta edit this. We gotta put the www dot in front of KTL University, but I do want y'all to go and visit KTL University. This is our new site, right? Me and the team, me and the people on my team, we put this together, and this is this right here. Yes, this is streaming on KTL Radio, KTL Empowerment. I'm streaming on 3 Facebook channels, all simultaneously. Know the Ledge Media, Phil Moreland, and Red Pillar. You feel me? So we multi-streaming and whatnot. I'm on Discord and we in the metaverse. What is the Discord? All right, let me send you the Discord link. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I will drop the Discord link. If there's anybody in here that's on the Discord, if y'all could drop the invite link, I would appreciate it. Really, I would definitely appreciate that. So, with that being said, welcome back. Peace to the family. You know, I was not going to come back to YouTube. I was not coming back to YouTube. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. When they censored my channel over a video that me and Blue Pill did, where I was in a video talking about we need to do something for the children. That video, when I was talking about we need to do something for the children, that's the video that got my whole thing flagged. You feel me? They did not like me on YouTube talking about we need to do a rites of passage for our children. Do you know that that's the video that got my channel striked? So when I saw that, I was like, oh, nah, y'all not playing fair. I can't give my energy to these people's platform no more. So to be honest with you and keep it 1,000 with you, this broadcast and me being on my backup channels, this is really transitional phase. I'm out of here. I am out of here. And I'm only out of here because I got options. You feel me? I'm out of here because I got options. I am not playing in these people's playground. Have you seen YouTube lately? As a matter of fact, you see the content that's being put out there? The shit is trash from all angles. I don't even feel like this shit is deserving of the information and the frequency that we're bringing and things of that nature. So they're doing me a favor. We built KTL University. My Discord hit 2,000. I don't have my sound effects. I will be going crazy on y'all right now. My Discord has hit 2,000. So somebody doing something right. You feel me? I don't need to be, you know, YouTube is a commercial. This, my friends, this is really just an announcement. This channel and other channels will just be really for, you know, the preliminaries. Because when it comes to laying down real information, when it comes to talking about real shit, when it comes to really getting it in, you can't get it in over here. I just want y'all to know that. So don't feel offended if you come to YouTube and YouTube is not feeding you full meals anymore. Don't feel offended by that. Just know that we are on these platforms and, you know, but we're bringing you somewhere safer. It's called into a decentralized environment. What is decentralized environment? Decentralized environment is an environment where nobody behind a goddamn computer screen could stop me from saying what I want to say. Not in 2022 when I go on Instagram and they're not telling other people who have offensive messages and offensive images that they can't express themselves, but they're telling me and mine that we can't express ourselves. And I've been outside. We saving lives and they not. We don't take lives. We out here helping people and they're censoring that. So that's a problem. That's a humongous problem in my book. So as a result of that, we don't get upset. What do? We fill voids and we build. So it's time to build our own. Okay, we're in the process of really building our own. But the first step in building our own is KTL University and our Discord, which we identify as social networks. It's not social media. It's not Instagram where you putting pictures up there and showing off and whatnot. It's social networks where you'll build a community and you can build movements. There are people on Discord with 100,000 members building. They're doing monumental things every single day. Shout out to Little Goddess in the building. Salute to you. I miss you, Little Goddess. How you doing? You know what I'm talking about? Little Goddess will get you onboarded to the KTL Know the Ledger Discord. All you got to do is holler at her. She'll get you in there. But let me stop running my mouth. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a heads up. All right. We have a wonderful, powerful, monumental, historic. I'm talking about mind-bending. This is the biggest event of 2022. Promoters, wherever y'all at, y'all at your table plotting and planning, y'all gonna have to come real heavy to top this one right here. This is the biggest event of the year until proven differently, until one of y'all put up another flyer that's gonna take this one down. But as it stands, this is the biggest event of the year. February the 2nd, 2022 is right around the corner. If you don't pay attention, it's gonna pass you. You know what I'm talking about? We in the quickening, so shit is going like this. 2/2/22, February the 2nd, leading up to the 4th. We taking over Arizona. You know what I'm talking about? We are leaving our impressions. I promise you, when we leave from there, the Crystal Gym Show would never be the same. That's how much of an impact I'm anticipating. We're gonna shake the pillars of that matrix. It will never be the same because there are too many powerful people that will be converging in one place for it not to shake. They have not seen this collection of melanated beings, sentient beings with a purpose, I feel, in a very long time. So as a result of that, I spoke to my network. I was building with the network on Discord, and I was building with the network online. And I put some names out there, and I said, if we do a workshop or if we were to do a pop-up or whatever, who would y'all want to hear from and who would y'all want to see? And unanimously, my good brother Ras Ben's name was chosen. And you know, I respond to the people. So the people said that they want to hear the wisdom of our good brother Ras Ben, and they want the master teacher to drop some gems on them. So when they said that, a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, there you go. We're gonna do an event. We're gonna do a pop-up event in Arizona to crystallize this moment in time alongside the crypto crystal convergence. We're going to do a Know the Ledge KTL pop-up, and it's called Drop In Gems. And it's going to feature my good brother Ras Ben and my good brother Illuminati Congo, and I'm going to be the host. And I got some information, and I got surprises that I'll be dropping as well, and we might not be finished. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring my good brother on, Ras Ben, the master teacher, so he could talk to you about what's coming up in a few days. All right. So without any further ado, drum roll, please. I present to you the master teacher representing the Star Nation, representing Mystical Philly, my brother, your brother, our brother, Ras Ben. Salute to God.
Yes, I.
Yes, bombs go off. 21.
I. Salute. Respect.
No doubt, no doubt. Respect, respect.
It's Melanin Monday.
This is Melanin Monday. This is
right.
episode 181. So we did this 181 times over the course of many years. And you know, I'm just honored to have you here on the platform to share your light with us. You know what I mean? The preliminaries before we get out there and do what we do in Arizona. You've been out there more than I have. So can you give the family a little brief synopsis of what it is that they have to look towards out there in Arizona?
Yeah, man. Well, the lens I like to look at it from, right?
Yes.
Arizona is an Aquarian state. It was chartered, you know, when the sun was in Aquarius.
Yes.
And Tucson is an Aquarian city, same way. It was chartered when the sun was in Aquarius. So then it lines up in that Aquarius season when the sun is in Aquarius. Yeah, man, you have the largest gem and mineral convergence in the world in Tucson, you know, in that Aquarian season.
Yes, yes.
And every nation, race, and tongue is represented. It used to be the population in Tucson would double during the gym show. But the city has grown over time, so it's not like that mathematically anymore, you know?
Right.
When I first started going, which was around 20 years ago, that was the rap, you know? Like that many people would be coming, you know, hundreds of thousands of people hitting this little town.
Wow.
Just you know? Yeah, man. So it's an impactful event economically for sure. To be totally honest, they use the Tucson Gym Show. They used to. I don't know if it's still. I don't know if all of these things still apply.
Right.
Post, coroner, right? But it used to be a thing. They would gauge the economy for the year, for the calendar year, on how much cash was spent at the Tucson Gym Show in February.
Wow. So that was
Because
the indicator.
that would be the indicator of what kind of year it was going to be. Because
That was like that Groundhog Day.
this is Groundhog Day. This is right in the middle of the gym show season. Right? Yeah, man. Because this is where the sellers shop. So if I got a little shop,
right,
got little knickknacks and shit like earrings,
right,
gemstone earrings, beaded bracelets,
right.
charms, things like that. How much money do I have to spend on my year's stock?
Exactly.
They'd be able to gauge the economy on how the money in Tucson went.
Right, because it's not like you're going to shop again. You're shopping for the year.
You're shopping for the year.
Mm.
And this is the largest gym and mineral event in the world. It held that title for a long time. I've heard there's a show in China now that's larger.
Might have to go there.
Yeah, man, it held that title for a long time. So,
well, it's the biggest in America for the people with no passports.
It's definitely the biggest. It's definitely the biggest in this hemisphere for sure. And so, what it would also attract are the scientists and the researchers,
right,
and those in technology,
right,
because in any given year, certain treasures hit the scene. It ain't like it's the same thing every year.
Right.
Consecutive over time.
It grows. It evolves.
It changes.
Right.
It'll be like a mine will open up, a pocket will open up, and a certain specimen, a certain variety of stone from a certain location will be available that year.
Right.
Or maybe a meteor fell that year. And this is the first year specimens of that is available in the market, right? Things like that.
Whew.
So researchers, scientists, explorers, this is, you found some shit that nobody else had before. You come into Tucson to drop it, So you got all of this energy from just, the spectrum of the entire mineral industry, which could just be like raw material for industry,
right,
all the way to diamond, platinum, gold, and then the semi-precious, everything in between, right?
Right.
You got all of that, like I say, from every nation, race, and tongue.
Right.
You'll see the largest crystals that, you'll probably just be able to walk up on.
Just touch
3 ton, 4 ton. Yeah. So
wow.
If you in this thing, it's something that you want to be a part of.
Yes. Just by you giving a description about what one may encounter, the first thing that comes to mind in my mind is abundance, right? And not just abundance, scale, right? Scale, because ever so often we as consumers are restricted to our perception of where we are in the business, or how expansive the business is based off of what's presented to us. So some of us cannot see the scale of a stone that's bigger than them because we've only been to festivals, and the biggest stones may be like on the table and whatnot. So people have not walked inside of a stone and closed it. Like they have those geodes where you could go inside of the amethyst and encase yourself, right? So I think that when people begin to see the scale of the trade or the industry, it will help their minds begin to grow as well. So you're not just thinking about little stones. You're like, yo, I want to become a tomb raider, or I want to go into the caves too. I want to mine these crystals. If you see how many crystals are being pulled out of the earth, you'd be like, oh, God damn it. I thought it was, I used to get hype off of a little piece of amethyst like this.
Yo, I think that's the biggest way the gym show does change you. It changes your perspective.
Right.
It changes your whole idea of what is abundance, how you can tap in, and what you can do with the abundance, you know? Right. And I would even say for myself personally, like after the first show I went to, it was like, oh, I could see myself having a gym store, a gallery.
A gallery, right.
You know? And yeah, man.
Expanded your mind, correct?
It expanded my whole thing, and I manifested it. I created the Rockstar Crystal Gallery, which was right here in Philly. A lot of people got to experience it, you know. And yeah, man, I had museum quality pieces.
I already heard about you. I went to the Crystal Barbecue in Philadelphia. They had a whole barbecue
Crystal Cookout.
Huh?
The Crystal Cookout.
Crystal Cookout.
Crystal
and it was lit. We got there at the end. I'm talking about it was a vibe. This is pre-corona.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, it's just like you know exactly what I was saying a minute ago. You go to these shows and you leave as a pro, you go as a consumer and you leave as a prosumer. Same thing happened to me when I went to Las Vegas to something called the Magic Show. It's a trade show for designers, for clothing, apparel, business, or industry. That's the first time that I ever heard of Alibaba. This is like 2002. They were at the Magic Show and they were sourcing material, right? Which means, you know, you could go to them and they'll tell you, they'll have certain terms of certain types of cotton, certain types of polyester, and they're like, yo, we could make anything you want. And now look at them as a behemoth. But I left the Magic Show saying to myself, I will never buy, I won't be a uneducated consumer anymore. I'm not going crazy for retail.
Right. Talk about sourcing. There's another important aspect to the gym show.
Right.
Because you know how like you might walk up in a crystal shop and you'll see a crystal, it looks nice, but then you pick it up and the vibe is just whack. It's just some energy on it like, yeah, man, I don't want that, right?
Right.
More than likely, some industries, some corporate conglomerate blew up some sacred land to get to it, or there's some exploited labor, you know, exploited child work, or exploited minors, and their pain, their tear, their sufferation it's on that stone, right?
It's so
great. Show is your opportunity to make relationships with people that are like us, but from around the world.
Right.
That have access, like, you know, the stones they're getting, it's a sweet surrender. It's a sustainable surrender. They're
Right.
honoring the earth. They're doing it themselves, you know, or they're doing it communally, where the community where the stones are sourced are the ones reaping the benefit, you know.
Right.
And that's you know, particularly relevant with connecting with ones from the Congo.
Right.
They're
Right. I
bringing
heard
over the
about the Congo
malachite.
stone.
Yeah, man, they're bringing over the malachite. They're bringing over the citrine, and a lot of them are in control of the economics. That's something I've seen shift over the decades. Where in the earlys, it used to be, you know, Europeans, ones
Israeli.
not from Africa, just
Israeli.
just coming in. They'd have all they'd have the malachite, the Congo citrine, the cobaltian calcite, all them stones coming out the Congo. They was the ones running it.
Right.
Now at
Looted.
Tucson, you see Congolese,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Now the price is switched up, which is, you know, hey, give thanks. They getting paid,
That's right.
you know. So these are the ones you want to make relationships with, so that your money is is dharmic.
It's dharmic.
You know,
Right.
your money got some good energy on it.
Right.
Crystals you getting, they dharmic.
I like that.
It's
I'm gonna write
sweet
that down.
surrender.
Dharmic.
So that's a real important aspect of the gym show, you know?
Right. I remember it was True Master. Shout out to True Master. He did a lecture dealing with karma and commerce. Like
Mm,
in '09, it blew my mind away. When you brought up the uncut gems or the blood diamonds, I immediately went right to the diamond district, right? Because when we were outside in New York back in the days, we would go to the garment district. I mean, we would go to the diamond district, and it was kind of in the fire, and we wasn't up to no good. Let's just say that, right? And we would be around the Hasidic Jews and things of that nature. We were, we knew that they were the ones who were holding the diamonds, right? They would be walking around and everything. But whenever you would go on that strip, you didn't even have to go in the stores. Just a diamond strip. It's a 1 block radius, like 1 or 2 blocks. The energy is so low over there. It's so the dharmic energy is so blood down. You could feel the sufferation. You could look at them people's face and know that they not getting those diamonds in a way, or they not getting that jewelry in a benevolent type of way.
exactly.
And it's heavy
Exactly.
over. It's very heavy over there. Um, the brothers who are in like the rap game, or the people who frequent these stores to get the ice and the diamonds, a lot of them wind up in bad situations. I'm not necessarily saying that the jury is a reason, but people getting killed for those diamonds. You know what I mean? The pursuit of those diamonds have destroyed communities and things of that nature. So it's almost like a vicious cycle. And you know, I'm so gun-ho about, I wish I could bring the hood with me to show them, like, y'all go crazy over these diamonds. And like Blue Pill said, diamonds are like the bitcoins of the precious stones. But what about all of the other stones? Like, what about all of the other gems? What about things that bling just as much as a diamond?
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's something we need to begin to, because remember, the marketing campaign on diamonds made diamonds what they are.
Right. And diamonds are not as scarce.
As they appear to be,
Exactly. It's
because
just
that's a control market,
controlled
highly
market.
controlled.
It's a controlled market, exactly.
Right. Yes, indeed.
So
So Can we get some in these times, right? We currently, I want to deal with the current events. What's going on in the stock market? What's going on in the cryptocurrency world is what is called a correction. And they say that there's blood on the dance floor, right? All of the markets are red. I think Bitcoin is going back up, but earlier today it was a bloodbath, right? When we tell people that there are other assets that are in front of us, right, that are worth collecting, like precious stones, you know what I'm saying? Like heirlooms, like jewelry that appreciates and things of that nature. What are some of the stones that you may recommend for the collectors out there, people that are willing to spend upwards to $1,000 to $100,000 on the investment aspect or the investment arm and adding the precious stones into their portfolios?
Well, I don't think you could ever go wrong with quartz, bro.
Right.
And not just any quartz, but like large quartz or, phenomenally clear quartz.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. I think it's only going to appreciate. And, you know, that has been featured in financial newspapers and magazines and shit over the last couple of years. How,
Yep.
what's the boy, the Crystal Collector? I think that's his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, the crystal collector.
Yo, the Crystal Collector. It's like he goes
crazy.
he goes and he mines the stones himself, videos himself mining them, and then sells them. And old boy is making, 6 figures a year doing this. And so he's been featured in a lot of like what do you say, like Wall Street Journal and Forbes,
Right.
all them type of financial news outlets,
Right.
saying like, yo, with all these collapsing economies, this semi-precious gem industry, it's like untapped resource. And yeah, it's right. It's time for this, Now, I have been looking at it from the angle of alternate economic systems. Just like how, like what Bitcoin and all of that blockchain currency exchange is about. Like, hey, creating an alternative economic barter exchange system not dependent on the petrodollar, right? So we could choose to create an economic system based on any resource. We used to have a gold, what they called the gold standard, right? Where what we exchanged, we based its value on gold. Now I think we would say our paper dollars is a petrodollar. It's really tied in with the value of oil and plastic and shit like that, So we can choose to base our currency and our exchange on any natural resource. I advocate quartz.
Yes.
Quartz, standard currency, right? Again, part of this vision started going to the Tucson gem shows and seeing the abundance. Like what you was talking about. Like it just, it changed my perspective on what is wealth and abundance and how can it be grown and shared abundance times abundance,
Mm.
and how like the resource that we base our exchange on, it can have an intrinsic value, like a value we just put on it, like diamonds, like we were just talking about, right? Or it can be an inherent value, something like because of what it has an inherent in its nature, it has a value. It might be uh, something that will increase our health. What's our greatest wealth? It's
Our
our
health.
health.
It's our health.
It's our health. So if I got something that can increase my health, increase the health of my community, right? Then it's got inherent value. And if I exchange with it, that's abundance times abundance, right? So like I say, the gym show experience had me thinking like that. But I really wasn't talking about it because I can't, you know how when you'll have some visions and you think you'll be tripping, right? Like uh, it's not really rooted or grounded in something that is possible or probable. But then what shifted it for me, and this is when I first approached Blue Pill about these reasonings, right? Was I saw a Sophia Stewart interview, and she was talking about alternative currencies of the future. Like how are we going to be able to prosper and not be caught up in the matrix, not caught up in a cashless society? And Sophia Stewart was like, I think the new currency is going to be crystals. And so when I heard that, it was like, oh, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. Like I'm 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 getting some downloads. I'm getting visions of a very possible and probable future. But I'm not an economist.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's so many X factors: greed, inflation, apparent lack, a whole bunch of different factors that I was like, man, I you know, I I don't know how to science that. And Spirit was like, just kind of fall back, put it out there and fall back. And really, I'm sharing that to say that this is a big part of the momentum behind the crypto crystal convergence. Like, when you have a vision,
Right.
sometimes you just got to put it out there and then see what the omniverse manifest,
Right.
let that unknown, uncalculable, infinite potential just, if,
Manifest. Right.
yeah, if it's worth manifesting, the omniverse is going to respond. And so what I do see is that
I'm
we
sorry,
got,
Ross, man. I don't mean to cut your wisdom. I'm sorry. Because we had 11:11, and I have to give a shout out to Mama Kafunya. You feel me? It would be almost sinister of me not to mention her name at this portal at 11:11. So shout out to the whole family out there, all of the KTL, all of my KTLians. Shout out to Mama Kafunya and everything that you done for us with your meditations to open up the portals over the years from Blog Talk all the way up to where we at here on YouTube.
and I was very fortunate to be able to be at the last gym show before Coroner with Kafunya. You know? Yeah, man. It was
Beautiful, beautiful.
mystical. Yeah. But I lost my train of thought, Stars.
Well,
So
you were talking about the impact of a Sophia Stewart download and how that puts you in the game, because she was speaking about the currency of crystals and the mama, the oracle, you know what I mean? And the fact that when she said it, it sparked something and put you on that road.
yes.
So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So what I'm coming to see here in 2022 with the crypto crystal convergence,
Yes.
it's got to be a both and. Like we can, in terms of creating alternative economic systems, right? We could think, yeah, tangible material crystals that can act as coins and bills and means of exchange, but we can also use the inherent healing value of them as part of this NFT crypto, like creating value
Right.
that we can manifest as dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
Because
it exists. All right.
crystals,
It exists.
yes, because this is one thing a couple of elders had dropped on me in the earlies, is that crystals should be looked at as portable real estate. You know?
Look, when they see them pieces that I've seen, because Blue came back with all of the footage, when they see those geodes the size of about a story high, you know what I mean?
Right.
When you walk into a room and see, like you said, meteorites that cost the amount of a house that could fit in a box, you are absolutely correct that the real real estate is in the earth.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, man. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with ones around these things
You're done.
there at the gym show, because like I said, it's a part of the gym show for the sharpest minds, the deepest researchers to come there, see what treasures have come out for the year, and you know, research that thing. What are the implications?
Yes.
So how you said in the opening, like, yo, this is time for us to be a part of that think tank, of those minds coming together,
Yes.
and birthing the vision and the ideas for the future. So yeah, man. And this
So
is something, right?
mhm,
This is something I've been putting energy into for a long time, getting us out there. It don't make no sense how we was not represented
right,
at the gym shows. And so, yeah, man, it's time. And here we are.
right. Shout out to the promoter, brother Unc Aharu, for putting it
On
together.
power.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to him and his team. Salute, for being that bridge, that liaison, for being that key maker and opening that door and whatnot. Because one of the things that I'm going into 2022, the message that has come to me is that teamwork indeed makes the dream work. This year represents convergence at its highest form. We are going to see people come together and form like Voltron. We're going to see collaboration, cooperation amongst the creatives, and it's going to do something that we haven't seen in a very long time. So just what the flyer represents, just what the lineup represents, with all of these powerful individuals coming to Arizona for 3 days, shining their light, dropping gems and whatnot, performing, getting their art out there. You know what I'm talking about? Being introduced to new audiences, you know what I mean? Because we're going to be in front of new audiences, people who probably never heard our music before, never seen us before. We're going to see people who've heard our music and seen us. So it's going to be a wonderful event. Briefly, I want to talk about what we're going to be doing on, I believe it's going to be the 4th of February. I decided on the 4th would be a great day. The day after the festivities, me, Brother RAS Ben, and Illuminati Congo are going to be doing a pop-up workshop, right? We're going to be doing a pop-up workshop. Brother RAS Ben is going to take the family on a trip to basically break down the gemstones, break down their value and their worth and what they're really about, because it was up until I read The Rocks of All Ages, which is a book that Brother RAS Ben wrote. I was collecting crystals. I was wearing them, had them in my pocket. I had them in pouches and whatnot, but I didn't have the overall, right? I didn't have the overall knowledge about these crystals, double tourmalines and all of that. I didn't know about all of that. So when I read that book, it informed me. It made me, I went from an uneducated consumer to an educated consumer. So now when I even go amongst vendors and I ask certain questions, I get more respect from them. They're willing to open up more because I'm speaking, there's certain lexicon that I'm using that they appreciate, and they know once you use these lexicons, you're not just an uneducated customer. You know a few things. So RAS Ben is going to educate us. He's going to enlighten us, and we're going to film. Is going to be filmed. We're filming behind the scenes. We're filming the precious metals and stones. You're going to see some things that you'll never ever see on social media and other places. So that will take place on February the 4th. The link is in the bio. We're going to be coming together. We're going to drop another classic on the family, and it will be just feeding off of the highs of the initial program that we're going to already be out there making history with that as well. So do you want to share with the family any any plans that you may have to enlighten them and to educate them about the crystals?
Well, I will just say rocks of ages, right?
Yes.
What's important about rocks of ages is what we would call the melanin quartz paradigm. You know,
Yes.
when we study Kemet, when we study a lot of our, more indigenous livities, right? We wore or adorned ourselves with crystals that usually fed our melanin or mimicked our melanin, right? Stones that fed our melanin tend to be copper based, carbon based, or sulfur based, right? And stones that tend to mimic melanin tend to be quartz based. So this is the paradigm, this is the lens, this is the perspective that
Right.
we look at this thing, and it shapes our relationship with the mineral kingdom
Yes.
in alignment with how our ancestors worked with them,
Yes,
So
indeed.
yeah, man. And
I
then
mean,
and then, like I say, the relationship building of the gym show.
right.
Hopefully, I can. What I would love to do is find my man Max,
Right.
who owns the copper mine in the Congo, and let's
Mm,
go live and direct from him. or some Brazilians I know. Like I'm gonna see who we gonna build with, and then we gonna go live and direct.
You know, you know the God energy. You know what I'm saying? You magnetic, so you're gonna draw. You
Exactly.
know, so
Exactly.
I don't, you know, I'm one of the people that go with the flow. I let the ancestors guide us, but I got a real good feeling about what we are going to uncover. We're gonna uncover some things. We're gonna turn,
Yeah.
you know, when they say every stone is turned over, we're going to dig deep when
Yeah.
we get out there. And I want everyone who cannot make it to experience that, to be a part of that moment. You feel
Yes.
me?
So
And
now we should mention, all right, Tucson is the largest gym show.
yes,
Second largest though is in Denver in
right,
September,
right.
and that's a fun one because then you can do the crystal cannabis convergence, right?
Mm, right. Because of the
And
legalize.
yeah, now the third largest gym show is in Franklin, North Carolina, man. It's right where y'all are. And
What?
there's usually, yeah, man, there's usually
When?
two. I think there's one in May, one in July. It's on a mound, like a historically recognized mound. I intended to make it last August, but it ain't work out. But I mean last July, but my brethren Ras Naeem of Infinite Treasure down in South Carolina, he went and scoped it out. So now that really needs to be, because that's closer to all of us. That's real close to you, because you say you're in Atlanta now. So, and I can't hear you either. I don't know if you're on mute.
Bad.
No way.
Franklin, North Carolina is where the gym show is at, correct?
This is the third largest.
Third, Lord God.
The third largest. Tucson is the first. Denver is the second. Franklin, North Carolina is the third. Okay? So we have to converge there
Right. We definitely
so
got
that we can, there'll be more of us,
right.
But
Concentrate.
I also do want to shout out Ankara. Like, he's opening up a major portal with this event, man.
Yes, he is.
And
Shout out to Aunt.
yeah, things aren't going to be the same after this.
Oh, no, they not.
Yeah.
They are not. Man. I'm excited. I can't talk for no one else, but I'm very excited about what we got coming up. It's in a few days, family. If you don't plan on being in Arizona with us, you could live vicariously through our cameras. Don't feel a kind of way about it. This is the biggest event of the year, mind you. And if you miss it, you're missing the biggest event of the year. But still, like Ross Ben just showed you, there's a few more that we're gonna have to descend upon. The show is not over. It's just beginning.
Just beginning.
It's almost like a gold rush to us. That's how I want to paint the picture. I feel that if we look at it like that, because of the dire straits of this whole economic situation going on out there, it's very important that we begin to deal with plan A and plan B, and it will be these crystals. I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm gonna start stacking these like I was stacking crypto in 2020 and in 2021. I'm going crazy with the crystals this year, and
Yes, sir.
the silver and the gold.
There you go, bro.
Going crazy. So I ain't gonna hold you all night. I feel that we kind of gave the people a good rundown of what to expect. I would love to get in some mound talk with you, but we finna save that. We'll put that on the back burner and whatnot. Everybody that was on the roll call, I would say 89% of them are all in powerful grids right now, dealing based off of the book that I read that you wrote. You feel me? They're all placed properly on these grids and whatnot. I said that that's not a coincidence. We are all where we supposed to be. And even just hearing the information and our and whatever gets sparked inside of us, the divine spark of just visualizing that even feeds the grid. So we're gonna get back to this mound talk though, because that's a whole nother that deserves its own show. I wouldn't even want to squeeze it into this show. That's not giving it its due justice.
Yes, sir.
I want to explore that with you. And I also want you to let the family know where they can tap into your archives, because you've given out information. You gave a forecast for 2022 that everybody has to see. You feel me? So let them know where they could find you in the archive of your information. All of those things that you did with the brother Mike. Is that his name?
Yeah, Mike Wan.
Mike Wan. Shout out to Mike Wan. He's a legend.
Yeah, Mystics of the 40th Parallel.
Yeah, man. Been doing that.
My YouTube channel is RASBen188. And my website's rasben.com. That, one-stop shop on the internet. So
yes, sir. That's where the books and everything is at, correct?
That's right. And I do got my latest work, Knowledge of the Nomo, the Dogon Decoded.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't even really get to promote it too much, but
you got it? You got the physical with you? Can we see the cover?
Yeah, okay.
I did not know that. There's a new book.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, I'm going shopping tonight. Just give me the link. I don't even need to know the description. I know it's fire.
Yeah, I sent one to Blue.
Okay. I'm gonna have to shake him down. Let me see that.
Knowledge of the Nomo.
Oh,
the
Dogon
Decoded. Where I go in on the Dogon.
Going in.
I go in and decode both conversations with Ogo Tameli as well as the Pale Fox. The two classic Dogon sources, primary sources.
Okay.
I break down the cosmological correspondences with the Dogon and ancient Kemet. Who is the Pale Fox in ancient Kemet? As well as their astrophysical, cosmological teachings of where our solar system is within the galaxy. And yeah, man, this is about 20 years worth of raw search.
I remember you was touching on the Dogons eons ago. That's why I already know if you put a book together, that's that work right there. I need that.
Yeah, man.
I need that.
I'm gonna bring them out. I'm gonna have copies with me.
And you have the 5G book, and you have Free Your Mounds, and Your Mind Will Follow, and you have Rocks of All Ages. You a whole book club right now.
And the Great Mystery of Philadelphia.
And the Great Mystery of Philadelphia. How could I forget that? Yeah, you a whole you just a whole Amazon right now.
Hey, that intellectual property, like you say, man.
Right. I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but I'm about to do something monumental for the authors in our community. But before I even go there, right on this site, KTL Empowerment, that I was promoting to the family, this is KTL University. This is a brand new site that I just launched. I'm just saying it tonight, but I'm going to do the official rollout next week in Arizona. I'm going to christen it during the moon tomorrow. And the next day, we're going to do the whole rollout then. But I'm just giving y'all a preliminary. You could go there now. But we have a book club that we're starting on KTL University, because in universities are renowned for their libraries. So in our university, it's a library of master teacher authors. Okay. And my ultimate goal is to build a bookstore in the state of Atlanta. I already see the location where the bookstore is needed. I'm not going to say it because unfortunately people are out there that be robbing ideas and shit. You know what I mean? But we're going to put together a bookstore, and we're going to highlight the conscious community authors. We have about 100 of them. I don't know if people know that or not. You feel me? And before I end the show tonight, too, I have to say a rise in power to a good brother on 125th Street who used to work with Sinetta named Anthony. He was the brother who would help Sinetta sell the DVDs during the years of 2005 going up to like 2010. He was out there. Everybody knows Ant. You know what I mean? He was a street dude, but he was committed to protecting Sinetta, and he was committed to protecting just the space in which the information was being housed and showcased. And he succumbed to either COVID or whatever ailments was on his that was taking him down and whatnot. But that was a good brother, and I just want to put it out there on this show so his memory is not forgotten and whatnot. With that being said, for the family, definitely tap into my good brother Ross Ben. Shop with him, show him love. You got a Cash App?
Yeah. Ross Ben, $1 Ross Ben 188.
Right. Let me put that there. $ Ross Ben 188. You know what I mean? So y'all take care of the good brother. You know, I always say leave a tip at the table whenever you get some good food and whatnot. Yeah, make him feel like coming back. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, make him feel like sitting at the table again, because he is an infinite source of wealth, right? But we have to treat our master teachers with compassion, and we have to appreciate them. I'm not finna be up here preaching to y'all. Y'all are grown, and y'all said that y'all woke, and y'all said that y'all deep, and y'all smart and whatnot. So y'all don't need Red Pill to be lecturing you about simple shit. You know what I mean? Let's make it rain and take care of each other.
You asked about I heard you mention like you didn't know what title I'm comfortable wearing. What I wouldn't say I'm a master teacher, but I am a 40-year student.
Right.
I've been studying my works for over 40 years.
All right. So in your 41 year, we're gonna break out a cake. It's gonna be vegan, of course, and that's when you become the master, right? They said sit at the feet for 40.
Well, I'm gonna just keep it the lifelong learner. That's what I feel. I'm
a master student as well. Pleased to meet you. I like that. You know what I mean? I definitely like that. You know, and I don't like using humble and humility, because I looked up the etymology and they tricked us. That's not what that's not what you think it is. So I don't even like putting that word out. You know, I say modest. You know, yeah, some of us are very modest. You know what I mean?
I just don't want to set up misplaced expectations for people.
That's right. Exactly. You know? Exactly. Yeah. And as a master student, Ross, you've been hitting some, you've been shooting from the 3-point line. We appreciate you. We honor you. You know what I mean? And we already, we look forward to seeing more of your works come to life. Because that's what they've been doing. You've been breathing life into some dry bones, and I've seen them get up and walk over the years. So I look forward to more of these dry bones. You're bringing life to things that are buried in shallow graves. Once again, Kafunya, Little Goddess, everybody that has joined us in this in our room. I don't care if it's 6 of us or 6,000 of us. The energy is beautiful. You know, the message has gotten out. Spread this message. Share this video. As you know, we're not on our main channel. So what we're gonna need from the people in this situation is them pressing the share button. I don't care about the like button. Share it, spread it, put it on your platform, put it on your IG, put it on your networks, get the word out. We will be back on Thursday. I might have Illuminati Congo with me, or I might not. Y'all already know what we doing, so the link is in the bio. Just make it happen. Be in the building. If you can't be there with us vicariously. Be there in the meta or in the cyber world. It'll still be worth it. I see y'all at Third Eye Thursdays. Love and light. Go to the Discord. Go to KTL University. Go watch some lectures and whatnot. Tap in and go check out what RAS Ben got for y'all. And we'll get up with y'all. Love and light. Y'all be safe. Wear your seatbelt and all of that other fly stuff. You dig? Okay.
Yes, sir. Respect.
All right. Respect. Yes,
Yes,
indeed. Peace.